2000, two researchers conducted a psychology study with jam.
The researchers set up a jam tasting stall in a California supermarket and offered customers varieties of jam, sometimes 6, sometimes 24. They found the display of 24 jams attracted more customers, but only 3% of jam tasters actually bought jam. When they displayed 6 varieties, 30% of those who tasted the jam bought some. And the customers were more satisfied with their choice if it was from a smaller number of options. The less choice, the better.
In The Paradox of Choice, psychologist Barry Schwartz labelled that feeling of too many jams or the choice of too many candy bars or menu items as choice overload.
The idea isn't new. In the 1300s, French philosopher Jean Bourdin theorized if you were faced with the choice of 2 equally tempting options, you would delay your choice. Like an equally thirsty and hungry donkey choosing between a bucket of water and a pile of hay. Things don't end well for the donkey. Schwartz points out that modern society has more choices than ever before, which leads to a decrease in your motivation to choose and dissatisfaction with your final choice.
But this is kind of counterintuitive when you consider the supreme number of options stores and brands have. At Domino's Pizza, they have 39 menu items, and at Starbucks, 120 beverage options. I went and counted them.
Economist Tim Harford said, "It is hard to find much evidence that retailers are ferociously simplifying their offerings in an effort to boost sales.
Normally, research kind of informs business practices. I'm confused."
A few years ago, researchers in Switzerland did a big analysis of 50 experiments, similar to the jam study. These experiments offered participants things like jelly beans, coffee, dating partners, and wallpaper, all where participants had to choose between a variety of options. But they couldn't find any evidence of the choice's bad effect. Nothing was wrong with how the jam study was conducted, their findings were just different.
The reality is we can't really say if more or less options motivate you to make a decision, or if you'll be satisfied with that decision. And a lot of other things affect your capacity to choose, like what mood you're in or how difficult the decision is.
Maybe choice isn't as much of a paradox or brain jam as some psychologists have led us to believe. And if you don't already, subscribe to BrainCraft for a new brainy episode every Thursday.